Hey guys, we're in game number 4. The score is 1-2 with Vortex in the lead. This is the Zotac Cup Finals. It is a BO5, so if Vortex wins this game, he wins the entire series. If Kraz wins this game, we will be going into an ace match. It is a TVZ on Daybreak, and we'll see exactly what Vortex ends up doing this game. Most likely he's going to go Mutas because he's done that in the previous 3 games. And Kraz, we'll see exactly what he does. He's done both Bio and Mech. His Mech play didn't work so well last game when he forgot his Siege Tech. That is definitely a crucial blunder. And it didn't bode so well for him when Vortex ended up attacking him and no Siege Mid was there. And everything just got up close personal and killed Kraz and didn't let him take his 3rd base. Broodlords came out, 2 base Terran to 6-7 base Zerg with Broodlords. GG. So we'll see what Kraz ends up doing this game. Most likely we'll go for Barracks before Gas like he's done every game. Again, going the Barracks after Gas is very, very rare. We see the 12 racks get thrown down. Vortex is going to be going for a 14 Scout. Generally you send it, maybe that was 13. He had 2 drones in production, so maybe this was a 13 drone scout. And he is taking a little bit of an odd pattern, not going to this 1 watchtower. And maybe he just thinks maybe those are 2 racks that was hidden somewhere there that he would spot, because Kraz wouldn't build a 2 racks in range of this watchtower. It would be going down here somewhere. Skipping this 1 watchtower, so Vortex, I don't like his scouting patterns. It was smart up until he skipped this 1 watchtower. Seasoned SCV is moving out. This time, Kraz doesn't go for that early supply depot. The drone does get in, doesn't see a supply depot, sees this barracks, and now something is fishy. This SCV did leave. Is it going to build a barracks? No, the supply depot does get built, so the drone is going to come back, see the supply depot there, and know everything may be normal. And actually, he saw this gas, so he knew it wasn't going to be a 2 racks play anyways. SCV does come, sees that 1 hatch, sees everything is normal, and he will be finding out that the pool came before the gas, so he doesn't have to worry about any immediate speedlings. So Vortex changing up his opener every game, it seems like. Some games he just gets super late gas, like on Chikura's Plateau. On Antigua Shipyard, he favors getting really early gas and going for speed. That was the game he went hatch gas pool, and I don't remember what he did on Core Hall Compound. Marine just holding out, and Kraz generally gets 4 Marines, doesn't go for the immediate factory, and that does allow the Zerg to start his creep spread. But it is a little bit more macro intensive. He does go for the command center at 22. Generally this should be a little bit later. So he gives up that early map control for getting this command center out about 30-45 seconds earlier, I would say. 3 Marines are holding this 1 tower. We do have the scouting lane coming out from Vortex. Goes on this 1 watchtower, and he is going to be perking there. Once 4 Marines do come, Kraz has been moving out. He has liked this 4 Marine poke, and I really wish he'd go up to like 6 Marines and go for the Hellion as well. Or maybe 4 Marines and double Hellion. We'll see what he does this game. He hasn't done that in the past. I just think accompanying Hellions with your Marines would be much stronger, because the Lings that are there to defend against them, well, they don't do so well against Hellions. Vortex has quite a few number of links for the stage of this game, and he is running them way sneakily around the entire side of the map. Speed will be completing by the time he does get to Kraz's base, so I think this is kind of said, you're going to be moving out, and I'm going to run into your base and kill some mules or SCVs. I think that's what Vortex is doing, or he's trying to scout for any type of proxy, like a proxy Thor play. I don't know. Most likely going to try to get in the base and do some type of damage, going one of the patterns where he's least likely to be found. And now speed looks like it's just about finished, so this is actually tuned out to the build. As soon as the speed finishes, those links may be running in there, or maybe he'll wait for Kraz to move out on the map. Once he sees this Hellion, submit like a little more aggressive version of the Shethling. If you don't know, Sheth would generally do this with 1 Ling. When he sees Hellions, that's when he runs in, because he can get a scout on the base. But Vortex is doing that with a handful of Lings. So he won't be seeing the base, he'll be trying to kill the base. Not actually go for the win, just kill SCVs or mules. Hellions are going to be holding this one watchtower that allows the creep to spread just a little bit further. You can see Vortex already going a decent way, and here we go. Lings are going to run in, target down these mules. One mule goes down, and going to get this second mule. And now try for an SCV. Doesn't get the SCV, but he does get 2 mules that were about halfway expired. So probably doing 300 minerals worth of damage to Krause's eventual income line. One queen down here. Lings are going to come. Nice micro. Not going on an A move. Waiting till they get behind the Hellions. Gets around. Takes out 2 of those Hellions. And going back over here, we have the Tech Lab building. So there's going to be no more Hellions. So taking out those Hellions, making it only 4, is really big. Because 4 Hellions can kill a lot of Lings. 2 Hellions, not so much. So now Vortex has a complete map control until the tanks come out. So big play by Vortex picking off those Hellions. Kind of a mistake by Kraus. He is getting that stim, so I think he may be moving out. We did see him do kind of, well, maybe not. He is taking a 3rd base. That's a very fast 3rd orbital command. 3rd hatch is going up by Vortex. One Ling tries to go on the watchtower. It does meet its death. Again, a handful of Lings going around the edge of the map. And going over to this defense. He may be able to take a tank. He comes in, sees no 3rd base. Ling is going to go out on a lone mission. Sees those Marines. Queen going to be spreading that creep. And Vortex, I think it's Vortex, has extremely good creep spread. You can see 10 minutes. He's working his way past the Xel'Naga tower now as he takes his 3rd base. Has it going up this way too. Ling sitting right here. Overlord here going to his vision. Has relatively good vision. The Overlord right here to see a drop. It would be really nice if you had an Overlord in this position as well to see the drop just a little bit earlier. Because seeing the drop right here, it may be just a little bit too late. Damage will be done. And we kind of still just have a standstill. Kraus has siege tech. It's 10 minutes of the game. He has siege mode. The last time I think it was like 16 minutes and he was still researching it. eBay going down to complete this wall-off at 10 minutes. Did he throw a scan down? Nope, no scan. Just assuming mutas because it's been mutas every other time. Lings come in. Lings get picked off as Kraus does end up moving to take his 3rd base. And mutas going in, try to do some damage. Going over to this main, no missile turrets just yet. eBay is done. And these mutas are going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Taking out 2, 3, 4. Actually doing quite a bit of damage. 6 SCVs thus far. This barracks does get delayed and more mutas are going to be joining in. And Kraus pulling a lot of Marines, doing 1 stim. Doesn't have medevacs out yet, so these stims are really huge. Medevac's going to come out and all the Marines are going to be already like a lot, like very, very, very injured. And the med's like, oh man, you're junkies and I don't even have the supplies yet to bring you guys all the medicine to heal you up. And now we do have Lings coming in, try to do a little bit of pressure on the 3rd base. Does he know if it's up yet or not? No, he doesn't, but he probably does assume it is. Tank there, so the Lings are now going to go for those tanks. May pick both tanks off. That will be relatively big. And no, he doesn't get it. That tank does live with 59 HP. And at the same time, it looks like he did lose quite a few Mutalisks. Going in this lost tab, you can see he is around 600 resources behind. He is in Vortex, as he did lose a lot of Lings and Mutas that time. Mainly the Mutas taking off those 2 Hellions. 1 Marine is going to go down there for doing nothing. Kraus has a lot of mules there, going to be getting a lot more Marines. You can see his income very low. He has decent, probably more than decent, has very good macro. This one barracks has some things queued up. That's not so bad. That isn't bad when you have mules out, to have things queued up 1 production cycle ahead of time. It's actually really good to have things queued up at least 1 production ahead. That way you have absolutely 0 idle time. Of course, it's better if you queue it up when your thing's about 3/4 of the way done. But and when you have like 6 mules out on the map, it's not going to hurt to have some things queued up. Barracks and missile turrets going to make those mutas obsolete, and the mutas are going to be falling back. We do have 1-1 now finishing for those Lings. because he is working on his 2 attack. He really favors the attack upgrades. We saw last time he went like straight for 3 weapons. He was like at 3-1. So it really does favor the attack. On mech, definitely. On bio, it's questionable if you want to go for that. Having the Omo really helps against mutas, but so does having the attack. And also, Infestors, the fungal growth. The Omo does nothing. So maybe that's why Kraz got in the habit of not really worrying about the armor upgrades. Just because Banelings and mutas, your things are going to die anyways. And Vortex is up on 4 bases. Doesn't have 4 drones at all 4 bases. But he does have 4 hatches. And going in the supply, 172 to 178. The Terran is in the lead going in this loss tab. It has evened up a little bit, only a 400 mineral differential. Going to be taking these gases right now. And this creep is just outstanding at 15 minutes into the game. Handful of Marines are going to come. We're going to see a scan. He has to push this back. He cannot let this creep stand. Going to take out the watchtower. And is he going to not take out the creep tumors? That may be a mistake. Right now, Vortex basically is playing with map hacks on. He is just being gestured and not going into the base of his opponent. The creep is just that well spread. And now, soon, it's going to be up into the 4th base of the Terran. He can already see this base, and soon see this base. Transfuse going down on mutas, I believe. And a lot of Lings running in. Tanks do get siege, but you can see that split by Kraz. But he goes on an attack move, breaks the split, now running back. There's Marines still going behind the tanks, and there we go. He finally decides now is a good spot to shoot. Still has all his Marines alive, so his mutas have to back off. Going back into this loss tab, you can see Kraz was very cost efficient in that engagement. Was 400 resource differential. Now it is around 1400 difference. Kraz going to be coming in, start taking out these rocks. Is that tank going to get hit? No, thank God. I was about to say, that thing's really close to those rocks. If he gets hit like one time from friendly fire, he is as good as dead. Scan going down, sees Infestor now, knows he has to stay split up. Can no longer just keep his units clumped up as he moves. Has to be very careful about splitting because fungal growth mixed with banelings is a recipe for disaster. Even just fungal growth is a disastrous recipe. Tanks coming in, a few units do get fungled. Medevacs are going to keep them healed. And if he uses 3 fungals, it's not really worth it when he has this low of infestors. So those fungals didn't really do anything. May actually be detrimental using those. Would have much better use that in infested Terrans so he can get up close to these tanks before they let loose on the Lings and Ultras. And it looks like Kraz is going to be able to hold this position. Marines are coming in. Those Medevacs are going to keep them up and healed. A big fungal growth goes down. This is where it's good. But he doesn't have the energy to do another fungal growth, so doing on those handful of Marines, definitely, at this point, not good. Lifting up the Thor, putting him back. The Thor now goes down as he does land. The mutas are going to have to pull back as the Marines do regroup. Ultras are at 2-4, Marines are at 3-0. Marines very fragile once the Ultras and Lings get up close to them. They go down very quickly. We don't have the armor upgrade at all for Kraz and now he is going to be pushing in, going to the adrenal glands. Yes, Vortex is one of the Zergs that does not forget it. We do have Kraz now taking a double expand. This one Ling preventing it. The creep has been pushed back a little bit, but it is still very well spread. And with the base being down here, it sounds silly, but Vortex, yeah, he should take the base over here because doesn't want to really take this base. But if he takes the base up here, if anything Kraz does to go and attack it, then the base down here will be vulnerable. Do we know about that? Yes, we do, because the Ling was on Burrow. Drop coming in. That is a lot of drones oversaturated at that one base. Should be transferred. And looks like that drop kind of says, oh my god, I have a lot of drones on that mineral patch. Should transfer them. Marines are coming in, and we have fungal growths going down at the same time. Kraz is going up to attack the base at the 12 o'clock, but Vortex is on the way with... Oh, no, it's not everything. He does pull a few units back. Medevac picks up, try to get units back. It is 190 supply to 145. tanks with a very nice spread. And now he's going to be backing up just a little bit as he doesn't have too many Marines there. Medevac's working their way back. And here we go. The Ling's going to be running in. And he is going to back the Lings off. Wait for the Ultras to come in. Fung growth going on. There's Marines. No microing back for you. Ultras are staying alive. Has decent HP. He may be able to take out this PF. Not many SCVs there for the repair. They do get Fung growth along with one Medevac. And Vortex is going to be taking care of the business, taking this PF down. But Kraz still has a base down at the 6 o'clock. The workers, let's go back to this. SCVs 57, drones 87. 2 Marines here in this drop. That is not going to be too successful of a drop. Those 2 bears get taken down before they even finish. Another PF is here, but there are 5 Ultras at 3 attack upgrades. With a few Lings, Lings not so much. The Ultras definitely do a lot of damage to buildings. Kraz down to just 2 mining bases, soon to be 1 mining base. As you can see, these minerals almost depleted. He has got to keep this 3rd base alive. It is so critical that this base stays alive. More Ultras, Banelings working on that. Actually 3-3, so the Ultras were at just 2-2. Now going to have that plus 3-3 relatively soon. Armor about halfway done. 3 on the way for the mech. Still no armor whatsoever for Bio or mech. Mech I can understand. Bio, not so much. Ultras are going to come. Does not want to stay in this passageway. Should just be happy with taking out the base. Looks like he leaves a few Ultras. Those Ultras are enough to take out the base. Did not get the lift up. And this hatch being rebuilt. I kind of missed that. My bad. Vortex is going to be coming in. Nice Sim City by the supply depots and missile turrets, but it's not going to do anything. There's no mech in sight. Banelings are going to come and take out a lot of SCVs. 44 workers killed to the 3. Ultras are now underneath and going to be retreating as Kraz does move out. He has an army size that is comparable. Actually has a larger army than Vortex right now. And it is mech, and the 3 not done on the mech just yet. Fung growth going down on the Bio. Nice Fung growth, getting those medevacs as well. Marines can no longer retreat, and since they don't have any armor upgrades, these Ultras just cleave their way right through Kraz. And now going to be lifting off his natural and going all the way down here. Does have his main over at this base. Big conga line of SCVs transferring about, going to the worker count. He has 32 SCVs, so it's not enough to saturate both of these bases. Maybe it is. This base is missing 2 mineral patches, I think, but definitely way behind in this income. Kraz moving in, and now the Lings are going to be running in. Try to get behind the Marines. You can't leave! Everything does lift up into those medevacs. No infestors to fungal growth them, so they are going to live to drop. Wait, where the medevacs go? Oh, they just split off. That was sneaky. Split off everything. Now he's going to be taking out this one hatch. But Kraz does call the GG there, realizing, you got me. There goes my unit productions, and that is the entire series. My bad, I casted this game series in reverse. Kraz actually said, GG, well played, congrats. The last game was actually on Core Hall Compounds. I noticed it after I casted 2 games, like, oh no, that's not good. But yeah, very good games, the Vortex. Let's go and look at his injects. So now I don't have to worry about this. Just go here. The injects. 10 minutes. He is at 8. So he was 10 minutes again. He was at 8. So he had. We can just go through these games. So 8, 7.6. $15, and this was like 5.4. So, definitely not the most consistent injects, but they were all good except for game number 2. This was bad, missing 1 or 2 injects there. But 7.6, good. 8's acceptable. 5.4, beautiful. Almost couldn't have been any better. So, go back into this one game. And if you guys enjoy this BO5 series, actually casting a whole series instead of just a game, let me know. Because generally a lot of people only watch the first game. That's why I normally stay away from series and just look for the best games. But someone told me this entire series was actually good, so I decided to cast the entire series. And we'll find out each game has been watched quite a bit. Or, there's a lot of people that say, hey, I liked watching the entire series. It is cool to see the game evolve. Then, I'll start doing this at least once or twice a week. APM, not so much. Really, a little bit tired, so we can just look at the unit tiers. Good macro, yet again. Nothing we really haven't seen in the previous games. Units, 380 Lings, 246 Marines, ability groups. No cooldowns that game. 15 Fungals, 69 Banelings, good Aspire. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Take care, and I will see you